Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good night. I have something right away. It's not a vision or anything, but I started getting an image of a picture that I drew years ago because for a while I was really into art. I'm still really into art. It's kind of expensive, honestly. But I really love to paint. I love painting. I love drawing. I love creating things out of like gluing things together. And before I started the video, I was sitting here like, okay, what's the message today? Because I didn't get a vision. I didn't get a vision. I'm not getting a song yet. um, and yeah, I got a visual of this image that I drew. And so basically, it's this big ass long mouth. Like, I mean, you could tell how tormented I was by the images I drew before and what I painted. If I could find images of them, I'll try to post them on here. They're beautiful, but you can just tell this girl, she's got a lot of layers in here. So there's a mouth, and the mouth is like almost to be yawning a bit, or just really wide stretched open, and the tongue is hanging out of the mouth. And from the tongue down the lips, there's a man. Could be a woman. You can't really tell what it is. The hair is really long, seems to be. Is holding onto the tongue and dangling, and then the opposite leg hanging down from that leg is a ball and chain. And I'm getting that visual now. Now I know why I drew it. I knew what it meant to me, but I never thought it would become a message later in the future. And the future would be right now. So we're going to talk about it. Let's get the message for today. All right, so I originally drew that image because I almost felt like I was someone else living my life. Like I was not, like, who am I? Almost just when I started to transform later in life and I started to realize more of who I was, I still don't know completely, and I never will till I'm gone. But I know a lot more now, and when I started to see me, I really did not resonate with who I had been, you know? Oh man, like I still don't. It's just like a whole different it's like I time hopped or something, like I went to a different reality, and I don't even, it's like just gone, you know what I mean? It's like a whole different connection to that life. I don't feel it at all. And that was the idea of that drawing. Like, I just want to get out of here. And I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know that, I didn't even know that's what I needed at the time. It was like I knew something. It was like my core, my consciousness knew something was not fucking right. And I say it with a passion because this was like some of, thus far, the darkest times of my life. I'm talking like, I can't wait to be able to have the ability and the resources and the support one day to share my voice and to share everything that I've experienced in life and everything that happened for me that devastated me so much it shook me right up on out of my fucking illusions. And I mean, really, this could be what's going on now. Someone could be going through such an earth shaking experience and they're trying to hold it together, but they're like older, you know what I mean? This is someone who could be older now, because what are we doing? We're talking about the now. I'm older. Well, I'm not, but the body is that I'm inside of. So someone is like physically, they're older. Okay, I would say this is someone who's 30s and above. More so 40s and above. Feels to be like 40s and above. Doesn't have to be though, it just feels this way. And this is someone who's like, all right, like they don't want to start over. They may feel like they're having to start over, and it sucks. It freaking sucks when you have to start over, because it's like it feels unstable, and then you judge everyone else around you, and you're like, oh, well, they're judging you for not having certain things and having to lose things, and you should already have love at this point. You shouldn't be going through a divorce at this point in your life. You shouldn't have this many divorces under your belt at this point in life. You should have this. You should own a home. You should have this. It's like society standards, and someone here may be like, but this isn't me. Like, this is not me. The life I've been living, like, I thought it was me. But deep fucking down, it wasn't. I knew it wasn't, and I never knew it wasn't until something had to shake me to fucking break me. It's like loosening up mucus. I'm hearing Lucas, but something about loosening up mucus. Like maybe someone's got a little congestion here. I feel like I'm getting it, but I don't. I don't have it. It's just my voice is going away. Anyway, let me calm down so I'm not. I just feel like someone's really passionate. They just want to climb up, like my picture. escaping through the mouth, speaking it out, saying, this is not me. Oh, also, pause really quick. I just want to give a shout out to Energy. I'll put the link down in the comments. Thank you so much for sending me the tea and the infuser, and you sent a couple little extras in there. I can't wait. Maybe I'll open it here on video or something for you guys so you can see what she sent me. But thank you, thank you. Guys, go check out Energy. I'll put it, it's tea. Well, you have a lot of stuff on there. She has a whole lot of stuff. So I'll put it down in the comments, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I probably need to get a P.O. box again. I used to have a P.O. box, but then people started sending me like the craziest stuff, and then I had this like feeling that people were trying to find my P.O. box and just sit outside in the parking lot and wait for me, because people were sending me like really weird shit, okay? You know that song, it's a country song. It's like, watch me walk away. Watch me walk away. Yeah, Lori Morgan. Morgan. I like the way she spells her name. Let's listen to it. This is what I'm hearing. I love when I get songs. It just lightens the mood, because I feel like this is kind of some tough shit. I do. I genuinely feel like someone here is... I mean, I've been there. I've been there so many times. Hold on. Ooh, watch me walk away. That's the whole vibe here. Someone's like, watch me walk away. I'm gonna walk away from this. I don't identify with this life, this person, these people. This isn't, you know, and it's rough when you go through that. It's freaking rough. It's hard. It's extremely hard, especially if you're used to loss. If it's constant loss, because you're not just losing one person at this point. You're losing a lot. You're losing family. You're losing friends. You're losing everybody else too, because it's like these people know these people that knows these people. Someone doesn't want to be in a cesspool anymore. They want out. They're getting out. Someone's getting out. And it's painful, you know. They're just gonna have to be strong and fucking deal with it. This is what it is. And maybe this is what's coming. Some of us, that could be shit that's coming, you know. It could be that something, it's like, it's time. It's time for something to end. It's time for somebody to move forward and to discover who they truly are. It's time for them to speak, as in my image of the person climbing out, you know. But it was almost like they were still hanging on. Not almost. In my image that I drew, somebody here is like holding on to the mouth, the tongue, and like, but then there's like this ball and chain. Like the ball and chain is the fucking, get out of there. Get out. For some, this could be someone who is still trying to hang on though. You know, their new life is tugging at them, is calling them out of their little comfort zone, and they're not wanting to go. You know, they do want to go, but they don't want to go. Like, they couldn't run away from it fast enough. They're ready to go, but then, you know, maybe they're being guilt tripped or something, or maybe they're just so, you know, it's hard to change. It is. It sucks at first, initially, and then you're like, oh my God, I am so fucking glad. Like, for the first year of me quitting alcohol, as an example, was fucking hell. And I pissed off my brother. I pissed off a lot of people because I pulled away from them, and it's just because I had to. Like, I had to. If you've ever struggled with an addiction, like, you know what I mean? I had to. Not even just the addiction. I was going through a fucking dark night of the soul at the same time. So I had to stay away from people and just really focus on me. And that was the problem to begin with. I was just always around people. I never sat with me. So I went through a year of loneliness, and it was one of the worst fucking years I've ever had. I mean, really. There was so many temptations. I lost a lot of, I mean, it wasn't a loss. It was a fucking gain, actually. But at the time, I viewed it as a loss. I lost a lot of people. I lost people I had known for a long time, and family, friends, things like that. And it was a very wild ride and a crazy adjustment for me. But looking back now, I don't recognize that life. You see what I mean? Like, I am so grateful all of it was lost, if you will, or gone. I'm grateful to those people I knew in that cycle. I'm grateful to every experience, even the bad ones specifically, because that's what caused me to get out of there, you know? I wouldn't have this mindset. I wouldn't be in this now if I wasn't, one, willing to accept and grow and learn from what I was in, but also to appreciate how far I had come and what I was going through and what I was experiencing. what was happening for my growth. I better appreciate it now because I'm out of it. But I didn't realize I even needed to be out of it once I was like first climbing out of it, because you don't know. On your new path, there's no guarantees. I mean, it's such a rocky place to be when you're like in between an ending and a beginning. It's very rocky. But you know, like my brother says, he's like a trampoline. He hits the ground and he bounces back up. I mean, there's going to be so many new discoveries on someone's new journey, but there's also going to be weight. It's life, you know? And I know there's going to be weight because what did I say was on the opposite leg of the person hanging from the mouth in my image? A ball and chain. So yeah, it's going to be hard. And every challenge gets harder. Every cycle, there's bigger lessons and stronger demons and dragons to slay. You ever seen the movie, oh shit, is it Boys? What's it called? And he's like a vampire, or he turns into a vampire and she like lures him in by her dancing or whatever. And then the other guys who are already vampires, they take him to this bridge and he's hanging off and they're just looking at each other to see how long he can hang on. I feel like someone's been hanging on. They've been seeing how long they can hang on to a situation because it was comfortable, but they're about to fall, just like that guy did in that movie. What's it called? Boys, Lost Boys. Someone's hanging on by a thread. They're barely hanging on. They're being tug of war. They're being pulled in two directions, and either way, they're going to experience birth and death, gain and loss. It's just a part of it, and they know it. And they may be just tired of holding on. Maybe they're tired because they're older now. They've been through a lot in life. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Sometimes you just want to give the fuck up. If anybody says they don't understand that mindset, they're crazy. Like, you know, everybody can sympathize with that. Like, you know, that's why a lot of people just kind of settle, because they don't, it's change is uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. It's a fucking nightmare a lot of the times. It's awful. It's fucking awful. It's not for everybody either. It's not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that. Some people, they should stay right where they're at because they couldn't fucking handle it. Whoever this is, I don't think has a choice in the matter of if they can handle it or not, because they're already dangling out of the mouth. The whole video started on me talking about the image that I drew years ago that I never knew was going to mean something for me later. I never knew I would use it in my work later on, and I'm using it today. It's like I've been trying to hang on. I've been trying to be strong. I've been trying to work through things, work on this, whatever it is, and someone just can't do it anymore because they're not meant to. They're meant to move forward, and they're going to be drug out of there. They're going to be drug out if the universe is going to have to force someone to do it. Because now let's say there's an individual who's not holding on themselves. Maybe they don't have the resources or the ability to let go. Maybe it's whoever has control of them that's holding on to them that won't let them go. The universe is going to do something. I'm telling you right now. God's going to come in and be like, wham. Well, before I go, which I think we're about done with the message. We pretty much got what it's saying, but they're telling me to look this up. What caused the guys in the Lost Boys to move in the first place? A lot of J names in this movie. James, Janice, Joel, Jeffrey, Jamie, Jason. Lots of J's. Release date was July. Okay, maybe any of that is significant for some of you. All right. 2 teenage brothers who move with their divorced mother. Basically, the mom even goes on a date with the, like, leader, right? Like, the mom goes on a date with the leader. Ooh. Somebody may not even realize that the situation that they have been in has actually been quite dangerous for them. Whether it's the town they live in, the state they live in, like, they're surrounded by danger. Whatever that means. Could be surrounded by sleeper cells. I mean, y'all laugh, but you think I'm joking? They're everywhere, okay? And they're in heavier in some places than others. Could be they're surrounded by a bunch of people with addictions and it's bad influence. They could be surrounded by a bunch of judgmental ass people who think they're fucking better than everybody because they have money or because they're religious or something. You know, because they can afford these things and because whatever, like they view success as a certain way, but it's in a way it's toxic. It's bad. It's not a good environment for someone. You know, it's an illusion of something that's healthy and stable. It's keeping somebody in a comfort zone and they're not growing. you know, not spiritually. So whatever environment someone's been in, whatever someone's around, whether they, I don't think they've known it. I don't think they realize that they have been in, living in, because what did the family do in the Lost Boys? They moved to the new town. They started living in the new town. Someone has been living in a spot, an area, a place in their life, whatever that means. It's going to be a million different things, that has actually been quite a major danger to them, and they didn't realize it. And that would be a danger to our soul, because we don't have a lot of time here. We never know when we're going to be swept up and taken out. So yeah, this is an interesting message. I think we're on the precipice of something major. Could be in the world, could actually be just, you know, closer to home on a personal level, where somebody here, if it's not you watching this video, it's somebody who may be approaching you. It's an energy that's approaching you, or it's an energy that's approaching all of us in the world, where it's like, now you have to choose. I know it's rough. I know you don't want to, you know, but, or you weren't expecting to have to. There's going to need to be a period of recovery though, guys. So make sure that you take that. If this isn't you, this is another person who maybe they've already experienced all this and now they're going through a period of recovery where, like I did when I got sober. I mean, let's say somebody just gets out of a relationship. They're not going to jump right into, I mean, you don't want someone to do that. That's not healing. It's not fair to the people that it's using people. It's using people, it's draining your energy, and it's distracting you from the work you could be doing on yourself, getting right to it, you know? So someone here is doing the right thing. Like, I don't think this is someone who's rebounding or anything. If they're getting out of something like a relationship, a contractual agreement, I think they're just wanting to kind of be friends and have fun, you know, because it's been fucking rough. But I think someone would absolutely embrace a more beautiful life if someone were to offer it, or if the universe were to gift it to someone and say, here you go, here's a better life. Someone's definitely gonna fucking run with it, because they're tired of hurting, but they're just exhausted right now. They need to rest, they need to recoup, they need to get their mind together and figure out what they're gonna do. What do they want to do? There could even be a move somebody's having to make. Like, a lot of change is happening. A lot of change. There's a lot being affected. So it's not easy. Someone's definitely having to be as strong as they can to hold on, and they've held on as long as they can, but they're losing grip and they're about to let go. Someone's letting go. They're going to give in, which is good because it's what's meant to happen for them. It's a path they're being called to take, and alone. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.